their legacy for themselves, their respective teams. I love it. So yeah, we have all these heads on here, and I've got some questions. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sometimes all you need is to get hot at the right time.
Sure.
Momentum is a thing. Triggs talks about it a lot. So pick up the head coach whose team you think has all the momentum going into the playoffs.
Well, the Mo. Go on then, Peter. Go on. Who's that? Who do you got?
This momentum's been going on since Halloween, I think. This is John Harbaugh. And in different years, I'd say, oh, they're maybe a little inexperienced, or maybe that they've beaten the Patriots already this season, and they have won so many straight games. And since Marcus Peters joined this defense, the Baltimore Ravens have not lost a game. I thought Sunday with Robert Griffin at quarterback would be a good opportunity for them to maybe drop a game and say, no. They blew out the Steelers. Their fans showed up. I think the Ravens are the hottest team in football, and they have been for the last 3 or 4 months.
Okay, all right, I got a guy. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah. So, remember when y'all thought that this wasn't going to work, right? I mean, I wasn't going to be able to coach Aaron Rodgers because he's the greatest quarterback of all time. Well, guess what? We won 5 straight. We're 13-3. We earned a first-round bye. And listen, we did all this while Aaron Rodgers is throwing for 250 yards a game, the second fewest of his career. You know why? Because I put together a run game. Oh, we got Aaron Jones, Mr. Didn't make the Pro Bowl Aaron Jones, with 19 touchdowns Aaron Jones. I'm going to just sit back, relax, and get my eyes perfectly manicured.
Oh, they're great.
Because you guys got it all wrong.
They do look really good.
They look great.
Still here, baby. I can't be killed. Real men don't need a bye over there, pretty boy. I went 13-3, too. I'm immortal. Show the mini miracle one more time. Go ahead and show it. Show Roby Coleman one more time. Get my quarterback hurt. Suspend me. I cannot be killed. Do I look like I'm afraid to take on Kirk Cousins and the Vikings this weekend? Do I look like I'm afraid of Zim to come into my house? We're going to be about 50. All the Mo. Who dat? Let's go.
I love it. On the opposite side, a lot of these coaches have work to do. Some of them have buys and extra time to prepare. Who do you think's the head coach with the most work to do before their next game, whatever it is?
All right. All right, go on. So listen.
Come on, Pete.
Here's the thing. You know, I thought that we had beast mode. He was out there with the Skittles, but really we was getting done by Kittle. And I hear it. Diddle. Who's my running back in the middle? I don't know. It was Chris Carson, Rashad Penny, C.J. Parsons. But here's the thing. Beast mode is going to have to be feast mode because I'm going to get him going. He got in the end zone, but that's just a start. If we can get him going, then we're going to do better because we're going to need to run again. The defense is not so good. We're 26 in the league, but if we get that offense going, it doesn't even matter.
Pete.
Love it, Pete.
Great job, Pete.
Last week, yesterday, Kyle called the Houston Texans Saturday playoff game.
Yeah.
The Boog and Test Classic. It's always on ESPN.
The Saturday playoff house band. The
Saturday house band. Like, no matter what, you know, if the Texans making the playoffs, they're getting that Saturday early 4:30 window every year in the wildcard round. And typically, in the past few years, they have not come up as victors. So I'm going to say, Bill O'Brien, don't lose again on Saturday. Get out of the wildcard round. Go and beat the Buffalo Bills, a team that's coming in a little loosey-goosey with no experience. Bill O'Brien, you've got all the experience. Go win a playoff game at home this year. Last year, they lost 21-3 to the Colts, and it wasn't even a game.
Great chin on that guy.
Yeah, I got some work to do right here. I got work to do. I'm going to max out on the bench. I'm going to max out on the preacher curl. I'm going to do some wind sprints before the game, and then I'm going to pack a fat dip and go on the Bussin' with the Boys podcast and say what I'm willing to do to win a Super Bowl. And it's incredible depths. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to stake my mentor on his home field. I'm going to kill that vampire. If you see my running back, do you know I have the league's leading rusher and the league's highest rated passer? I'm a maniac. I'm going to beat Belichick. I can't wait. Yeah!
At GMFB with your thoughts. You're playing heads up coach with the 12 remaining coaches. Pick up the guy that you think of these 12 has the hottest New Year's Eve plans tonight.
All right.
I may have to get up for this one.
So here's the thing.
What are you up to, Coach?
Everybody else is going to be thinking about the playoffs, thinking about what they're going to do that night. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take all my Super Bowl rings to the jewelry store, and I'm going to get them cleaned because it's going to remind me of how good we are. And you know what? While you guys are talking about my offense, while I'm at the jewelry store, I'm going to get fitted for my 2020 ring because we're still going to win the Super Bowl until they beat us. You can't say that anybody is better than us.
Belichick is a little Obama. A little bit. It's a little Obama in him, right?
Yeah, Bill Obama.
Something like that, yes.
Like that,
What do you got?
Kittle's got a party. I'm headed over there.
You going to Kittle's?
Then Jimmy G's got a party. I'm going to use check. And then Sherm's going to have us over with the DBs. And
I'm
then
with
Lil Wayne coming soon?
I'm totally with
look,
Drake.
my dad's popping over. We're going to talk strategy. Salah's going to come by. We're going to bang heads. We're going to do a lot of different things. Got a lot of different friends on this team, and we are the #1 seed. I'm going to enjoy my Tuesday night of my bye week. It has been a long time since I got to enjoy one of these things. Here we go. Niners, let's roll.
He looks like an android.
He does. Looks like one of the Cullens from Twilight. Did somebody say bye week? You know, I was going to go down to Dana Point. That's where I like to hang out in California. But you know what? With the surprise bye week, I've never experienced Times Square on New Year's Eve. I think we're going to go there. Me and my wingman, Thomas Bahama. I heard there's a great Italian restaurant in Times Square. I'm going to get this something called the Tour of Italy platter. I'm into it. A little Hospitaliano. And then I've always been a big fan of Jenny McCarthy's work in Times Square ever since her singled out days. I'm just going to hang over the barricade. I'm going to have one of those 3-meter margaritas. I'm going to drink 6 of them and never excuse myself. Because it's bye week, baby. I can do whatever I want. Go Dolphins.
What's he wearing?
He's wearing a Thomas Bahama.
Okay.
Thomas Bahama. That's his government.
Formal.
He's going to wear some Crocs, and then he's going to wear a beer can helmet with 2 of those straws up top,
What
baby.
band is playing that he's so excited for? He needs a selfie at that Times Square.
I'm a big fan of these neon trees. I like what they're doing here. Panic at the Disco, they get me going. I like them in that Frozen 2 soundtrack.
Hey, look, Ma, I made it.
That's right.
I'm here.
Into the unknown. That's us. Into the bye week. Woo!
Will you hand me
I like that, Elsa.
Will you hand me Doug Peterson?
Doug Peterson, yeah. That's my jam.
Last one. Is this the coach of the year?
Ooh.
I don't know. Kyle Shanahan might have something to say about
Okay.
it.
I think LaFleur, 13-3. LaFleur might have something to say
So
about
is this
it.
the coach of the
My
year?
coach of the year is B-Flow. Brian Flores just had the victory of the year. They traded his left tackle. They traded Minka Fitzpatrick. Have you seen what Kenyon Drake has been doing since he left Miami? He just beat the Patriots 5-4 down the stretch. Brian Flores, give it to me.
It's honestly wide open.
Oh, is it?
It is. Like last year, I feel like it was like, okay, Nagy, the Bears came out of nowhere. And 2 years ago, McVay, what are they? Peterson can make an argument the way they finished the season, but I think, honestly, if I had to place a vote, I would probably go Kyle Shannon because they were the #2 overall pick last year, and now they're 13-3, #1 in the entire conference.
Let's not pretend they didn't face adversity.
Yeah,
Week
everything
in,
they dealt
week
with.
out.
What about Harbaugh?
Yes.
That decision to get rid of Flacco, that changed everything for Baltimore. And how about Sean Payton? He loses Drew Brees in the middle of the beginning of the season.
Lose Drew Brees. I'm playing with Fitzpatrick and Rosen. Did they trade half their good players at the beginning of the season? What do you mean, okay? You don't agree with me? Flores is the coach of the year.
He's going to win.
Of course not. No, it's not how it works.
Would you honestly put your vote in for Flores?
Yes, I would. I don't think anyone's done a better coaching job than Brian Flores, who had a 1-15 team and won 5 games and was surging. You don't want us to play the Dolphins right now. The good thing the season's over.
amazing they
the
beat-
Dolphins going to playoff
It's amazing
game right
the
now.
Dolphins, who are tanking, beat the Patriots on Sunday.
Dolphins going to a playoff game this weekend. I'm telling you, if they were in it, they could beat some
They
teams.
won a playoff game in week
You're right.
17.
Okay, you're right.
We have more news to tell you. We'll solve inside the NFL Network newsroom. And the Eagles beginning preparations on Sunday's wildcard showdown in Philadelphia with the Seahawks. The 2018-2019 Eagles are the first team in NFL history to be below 500 through 13 games and go on to make the playoffs in back-to-back seasons. Now, this feat is all the more remarkable when you consider the injuries that decimated the secondary and wide receiver core. In fact, only 4 of the Eagles' Week 1 offensive starters played at all in the second half of Week 17. Head coach Doug Peterson says winning, despite all the injuries, has given the team confidence heading into the postseason.
The confidence I think that the team has that it doesn't matter that who's in the lineup, we're gonna somehow find a way, to get the job done. And again, it's a credit to some of the veteran players that are on the team that have kept these guys coming, kept them plugged in, and again, the coaches and all that. But that confidence, is real, and it's something that we have to lean on that. Obviously, moving forward.
Well, Peterson and company playing on Sunday, but wildcard weekend kicks off on Saturday with Deshaun Watson and the Texans hosting the Bills. Watson did not play in the season finale. He finished with 34 offensive touchdowns this season, tied for second in the NFL. Bills head coach Sean McDermott on facing Watson and the Texans offense.
Deshaun's, just watching him all the way from his time at Clemson to now, he's as I mentioned before, he's a playmaker. He generates a lot of plays. He's extremely accurate with the football, and he's a big part of their offense. So they've got weapons, him being one of them, and I think Bill has done a really good job of using those weapons and spreading the ball around and using Deshaun, and then he's tough to stop. Their team, their offense in this case with Deshaun at the forefront is tough to stop.
McDermott's Bills allowing 25-plus points only once this season, the fewest such games allowed in the NFL this season. And if I am Sean McDermott, I am playing his college highlights that we played on this here program. That should pump them up. Just a suggestion on my part.
He looked like a young Brian Urlacher at William & Mary's. Absolutely incredible clip.
Did.
And we'll run it back, Will. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
It's an
I
exciting
appreciate
time
that.
to be a Buffalo fan
yes, it is.
right now in 2019. And a lot of success this year, considering what they did. I mean, they racked up 10 wins. They have a talented young roster, and they're going to face a Texans team in Houston this weekend. I feel like it's different this time around, too. Second time in the playoffs under Sean McDermott, and they didn't need any help to get there, Striggs.
No, they earned their place here. The question is if they lose this game, is it still a good season, or are we still in that mode where it's like, hey, winning just a playoff game or getting to the playoffs isn't enough? How about winning a playoff game? Because they haven't won a playoff game in nearly 3 decades. And
This would be a bitter disappointment if they lost. A hugely disappointing season. 2 years ago, they got in. They got their duffel bag. We made it. Now this is a team that lost 3 or 4 and still got in. Nate, to something you relate to, a couple years ago, they got to first base. It's nice. Everybody likes it. But now they got to stretch to a double, and you know what? It's a disappointment.
No, I hear you. Because of the history and them losing those 4 Super Bowls, I think the expectations is let's get in the big game and let's win it. But come on, guys, it's the Bills. I think the development of their quarterback, Josh Allen, that means that they're heading in the right direction. So even if they don't win a Super Bowl,
No, this game. If they
Playoff win is
a playoff win is huge.
yeah, they got to win this game.
Yes.
I was thinking more Super Bowl based in this game right here. I mean, I feel like they should win this game. But as far as this season, though, they've already won, man. The development of Josh Allen, that speaks